Hey you guys, we're back on the floor again. It's Dani. We are going to be continuing on with part 6 of my Cull collection. So, if you missed the first ones, start here, wherever that banner thing is, and go from there. Okay, so we're in the tarot cabinet, y'all. We're like officially in here. Doubt we're getting through this today. I'm just saying. Maybe I'm wrong. But, I don't know. Anyway, let's just begin. So, I'm going to start first with the ones that are on the floor. Because I do have 4 that just came in. Okay, but I've been getting rid of, and then I took some more in, so here we are. No regrets! So right here, in my peggy bag, is Candle in the Cave Tarot. So obviously these are not going anywhere. These are just coming in. So, you guys. Oh my god. I have been using this. I used it over the weekend. It just came in. And I've been using it since I got it. I've been absolutely adoring this deck. Look at this. And it is, I don't know if you can really tell the color with the lighting, but this is all like a dark brown with dark brown edging, and then we have the backs. It's so beautiful. I love this artist. I can never remember her last name. Let's see. Annette Pierso? I hope I said that right. But I follow her on Instagram, and I've been following her for a really long time. And when I saw that this was coming out, I was like, I have to get it. So I was really excited that this one came in. So this is definitely become a quick favorite right now. So I'm probably going to talk about it a lot. Next. Well, the next 3, honestly, came about through our last 3 fat readers, which was... What are we in now? We're in November. So that was our Halloween one. When we were talking about our beloved monster decks, we did the hashtag, and Dustin showed Alexander Daniloff Tarot, and I fell in love with it. And one person reached out to me and said, hey, I have an extra copy. Would you like it? Yes! Y'all, it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. I absolutely adore the art. I've gone through it. I haven't used it yet. It came in today. Matter of fact, these 3 came in today. So I've looked through them all, and it's a whole mood. It's a whole mood. So, I have this one. So, Lisa made me do it. The Nameless One. And Children of Litha. So, Zia Hunt had a sale going on around Samhain, and I couldn't resist. I did the damn thing. I did not know what to expect because I never watched full, unboxings, walkthroughs of the deck. I saw bits of Lisa's, but I didn't watch through the whole thing, especially because I was like, oh, this is really cool. So usually I'll kind of skip around and then I'll think on it a little bit. And when I decide if I'm going to buy it, then I won't watch anything until after, because I like to be surprised at some of my cards because I'm just that kind of person. So, I skipped around, and then the more she's been talking about it, the more I'm like, I think I really want it. And then I saw the Daughters of Litha, and I was like, oh my god, this is beautiful too. And so when I saw the sale, and then I put everything in the cart and saw the discount, I was like, okay, well, yeah, I'm doing it. So I got in the Children of Litha and the Nameless One. Amazing. I cannot wait to use these. The Nameless One, though, I swear is going to take over my life. I want to read that whole thing and gobble it up. I've read bits and pieces of it when I opened it up today, and I am here for it. Look at this. Oh, I opened it wrong. Look at this. So I'll just kind of take a couple of cards out because this thing is huge. Okay. Look at that. It is an oracle with, it has 30 oracle cards and full tarot. Beautiful. Beautiful. We'll have to do a whole video on that one, I think. All right. So let's dig into this side first, because I have some that are just like kind of flung in there because I used them recently. And I was like, oh, these got to go back in there. Okay. So, Tarot of Mystical Moments. Obviously, I just used this, so I am still using this actively. This one I edged in like a vintage photo, I think it was called. And so I also trimmed off all the borders to make it a little smaller. Gorgeous. Stunning. Love it. Love it. Next is the Connected and Free Oracle. This is one of my go-tos. I keep the chakra cards separately because I don't always like to use them. So we have this one here. This one I've had for a long, long time. And it's an oldie and a goodie. It goes with so many things. It's got such great keywords that I find myself always going back to it. So that's definitely one it's here to stay. Let me talk to you about Vampire Tarot. It's really cool. But it's so glossy that it's sticky almost. That is the only thing I have to say about this cardstock is that, I used this recently and then that's why. I shove some cards back in there. Okay. Let's try this again. Yeah, you can see that gloss finish. But it is sticky almost. It's like so glossy that it catches. Watch, let me see if I can get it to do it. I'll show y'all. I guess you probably might just have to feel it for yourself. But it shuffles really well. Not that I'm doing this very well like this in the air. But it's this part. I don't know. I don't really like it in the hand. And I've used it a few times before. And then I used it for some member readings. And I don't know. That's the only thing about it that I'm just like, oh. But it is really cool looking. This is Natalie Hertz. This is an out of print deck. Who is this by? US Games. This is a US Games deck. So it's US Games cardstock. What was the copyright? I thought it said it on the box. Under that, but it doesn't. Let's see. When was this done? 2000. So, 2000's cardstock. US Games. Real glossy. Not a huge fan. But do I like the deck enough? You know what I mean? I'm gonna put it in the I don't know. This one, though, is not going anywhere. This is the Tapestry Tarot. En français. It's crazy and weird. And I am here for it. Basically. And I love it. The only thing I think I kind of want to do is round the edges. The only thing is that it says the copyright down here at the bottom, it just says like US Games 1995. But like, I'm like, would I ruin it if I do that? Would it get too far in? Well, I have a small one. I don't know. That's the only thing about this deck that, because as big as these things are, they flex. Like you can see just one hand. They flex really well, but they have sharp edges. Okay, so this one we don't need to talk about because we talked about this one already. This is my Victorian Romance Tarot. I got rid of one, have this one. So we already talked about that one. What do we have here? Shadow and Light. Another one that is not... I keep saying Shadow and Light. It's Shadow Light Tarot. Another one that's not going anywhere. I talked about this one on that 3 Fat Readers. It does. It looks like it's all within a full moon. It's just a really beautiful deck. It has some extra cards in it. Look at that. It does have... You can tell I showed this deck to somebody because everything's out of order. Like, because I have a tendency of, like, putting it down the wrong way. It does have a shiny silver gilding to it. But it's not rough, really. And it doesn't really shed. It does a little bit. I don't know if you can even see. But not enough to make it annoying. But it is kind of a glittery. I mean, it's holding up really well, though, I have to say. I don't have any dents and dings on it, and I use it. So, the gilding is good. I'm, like, touch and go with gilding sometimes because of that. Now, my poor box hasn't stood a chance because it's pretty shot, but it is well loved. Speaking of boxes that are shot, I gotta make a bag for this. It's on its last leg, my Black Lily. Again, another one that's not going anywhere. These are the backs. I love this deck so much. It's like this crazy, watery feel to it. I think because it's all done with, like, watercolors, obviously. But it's got, like, drips, splotches of color. It's got this really kind of odd art, but it just works. I am a huge fan of this. Huge fan. And I like the size because it's, like, small. It's like playing card size. It has to be like poker size. Well, it might be a little bit smaller than that. I don't have my playing cards right here. But I do have the Centennial in a tin. So these are the cards in a tin, and this is that. So I guess that's kind of like the size. So it's a little bit longer and a little bit shorter than a tarot in a tin. So there's that. But yeah, fantastic little deck. Okay, Fountain Tarot oldie and goodie. I haven't used it in a hot minute, if I'm being honest. Another one with shiny silver gilding. But I do love this deck so much. It's been a favorite of mine for a really long time. I just think it's so well done. It's like one of the modern decks that I have that I really enjoy reading with. Because I don't always enjoy that. But this one kind of takes, I don't know, it's got a different feel to it. I enjoy it. I like it. Good old Fountain Tarot. What else we have here? Oh. This is the Golden Thread? Yeah, Golden Thread Tarot. I love these cards because they're like plastic and soft. I love it. Now, I will say though, some of the gilding does come off. But these are all like plastic and it's foiled. Front and back. Really fun to read in person, not so much on camera, as you can tell. But I really enjoy shuffling this deck. This tower. I'm trying to get to where y'all can see it. So cool. And they are illustrated pips as well. I'm trying to find yeah, they're illustrated. Really cool deck. Not always the most practical if you do stuff on video, but in person they're really cool. I do like them. Oh, the beautiful thistledown. This is another new one. These are the backs. How sweet is that? This little oracle is so sweet. I have a few of 3 trees, so let's see where they are. Well, we already did Smoke Ash and Ember, but Oak Ash and Thorn is right there. That one's not going anywhere either. Yeah, they look so good all together. No matter what you use, like if you choose to use the dragons in with Oak Ash and Thorn, you put Thistledown next to either one of them, everything works so well together, no matter how you want to read. They're just so beautiful. I love the illustrations so much. And I love the little craft paper style embossed boxes that they come in. I love it. We have the Squid Cake, Marseille. I'm still loving this deck. It's a cute, fun, funky little Marseille. And such a good little guidebook. Oh, such a good little guidebook. I'm just over the moon. Look at those pink edges. So cute. I'm loving all of these colored edges. Like, I think that's my new favorite feature of tarot decks right now is the edging. Oh, this is another one that doesn't go anywhere. This is, it's called the Tarot Nova. But it just comes in like little tarot kits with the little book and a tarot spread and the cards. As you can tell, mine is torn. I have to glue, not glue it, tape it. Glue ain't gonna work on that, boo. But these are the little cards. And I know if you guys have watched some of my other videos where I talked about this deck, this is the first deck I ever bought, or I ever got when I was young. I was about 13. And I convinced my grandpa to buy this for me. It was like a full kit. It came with the palmistry book and all kinds of stuff. Matter of fact, I found this one and got it, but now I noticed I think Amazon has the actual set, like the one that I got. And so I'm really tempted to go and purchase that just so I have like the full set like I used to have when I was young. I feel like the tarot book was bigger, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Maybe it was like a bigger book with everything in it. I can't quite remember, but I'm thinking I might do that. I might do that. This one. This is Barbara Walker. I haven't used this one yet. It's a lot going on these cards. It's got all the different languages all at the bottom with these little bitty pictures, and then like look at this, like then we have everything up at the top. Like it's a lot all around. But I haven't used it yet, so I can't speak as to how it reads, but just looking at it I feel like it's a lot, but it's like kinda cool, man. I know this is like this is like old school. Let's see, when was this one published? 1986, yeah. So I know this is like an oldie and a goodie, but I've never had it in my hands before, you know? So I have no experience with it. I'm interested. I don't know if it's one that's going to stay just because of the so muchness. But again, I can't really speak to that because I haven't tried it yet. It might not bother me at all. I don't know. But yeah, the old Barbara Walker. I think I'm going to put this in a maybe pile just because I feel like I need to use this and see what I decide. You know what I mean? Oh, Morgan Greer in a tin. Best version. I love this little deck. I love the backs. I love the illustration. It looks like books that I had when I was a kid. I just love this deck. I do. It is one of those, like, for me, it's like classics. I want an RWS and I want the Morgan Greer. You know what I mean? That's it. That's what I want to see. Gotta keep that one. Okay. This one doesn't go anywhere either. As you can tell, this is not a right copy. It is a dupe. So, I received this from a friend of mine who didn't know that it was a dupe. So I, again, do not get rid of any dupes. These are the only two that I have. One I bought by accident, the Thoth that I talked about in the last video, and then this one from my friend who didn't know that it was counterfeit. So that's this. But it is the only copy of the Modern Witch that I have left. I did rehome my Liminal 11. But like I said, this doesn't go anywhere because... Nope. Okay. This is the Everyday Tarot. I thought I was going to use this more. I was like, oh, this is a cute little copy that I can, I don't know, take with me or just use when it's just like, just want something plain and simple. But I really don't take it out. It is just like purple and gold. All I think about are the LSU Tigers. They're super simple, basic RWS clone style little cards. They're cute. I never use them. And honestly, like, looking through it, I just don't think I will. Okay, I don't need this one, I don't think. I think this one's gonna go. Okay, up next, my other little RWS. This is the Lifeline Tarot. I love these cards. They are on, like, another one, like, playing card sized. All done with line art. It is so simple. It's an RWS clone, but all done in line work. And I love how they did the playing card style. The creator is Thomas. I forget Thomas's last name. Oh, he doesn't have it on here, but it just says Thomas of Hermit's Mirror. Love it. Love this little deck. And little deck. I love the size of this. This is easy. It comes with me places. But not as often because of the very white nature of the box and stuff. But you can even see, like, just oils from your fingers kind of dirty up the box. Maybe I just need to make a little bag for it. That way I don't mess it up still. Okay. Most of these I just don't think are going anywhere. This is the Moon Baby Tarot. I got this in a trade, I believe. I have not worked with it yet. But I love the coloration. Look at that. This is a copy of, or a recoloration of the hoi polloi. And it's so cute. I love the colors. I love the muted palette. And limited coloration. I love it. It's cute. But like I said, I haven't used it yet, so again, can't speak to that too much. I've gone through it a couple times. Sometimes when I'm not like, oh, I need to use it, I need to figure it out, I'll like shuffle through it a few times, look through it a few times, before I work with it, before I'm ready. So some of those, so sometimes they'd be like that. So let's talk about the Somnia Tarots. So I'll kind of show these kind of at the same time. They are the same images. One is illustrated and one is photographs. So this is the Somnia. And then these are the backs. Really pretty. And then we have the illustrated version that's done in almost like a pixie style. And it's just mostly just the images reimagined in illustrative form. And then these are the backs. Really pretty, shiny, well done cards. I love these cards. So I like both the editions. I feel like they bring totally different feels. So I keep both. In here we have the Golden Tarot. We talked about that last time. This is my linen version. I am rehoming my glossy version. Then we have this one here. This is, upside down, Cult Following Tarot. This is such a cool deck. Another one that I really enjoy working with. I'm just living for these collage ones lately. I'm like all about it. All about it. Up next we have the excuse me. Okay, up next we have the Dark Mansion Tarot. This is such a cute little deck. Very Tim Burton-esque. I really do enjoy it. I love the whole feel of it. And like the little world that it's set in. I like it a lot. So this one I'm definitely keeping. I you know, honestly, I don't use it all that much though, but I do like looking at it. So that really says something. You know, there's not often where I'm like, you know what I need? The Dark Mansion Tarot. You know, it's definitely not I need this vibe. It's more of like I want this vibe. Does that make sense? Up next is this glorious Majestic Earth. Fabulous deck. Beautifully done. Gilding does not withstand so much though. Look at that. I got chips all over it because I use it. You know what I mean? But that's fine. I just say don't give out on me. That's all I ask. I can't get another one. Don't give out on me. Beautiful landscape deck. I love the keywords and everything they have at the bottom, because we have elemental symbols, we have zodiacal, we have or is it planetary, or both? We have our rider and spirit, like our court's been renamed, but it's got really great little keywords all at the bottom, and it's a great deck. It's a really great deck, and it's got a beautiful back, very plain and simple. I really like that. Definitely a good one. There she is, the Solara Occulto Tarot. Beautiful deck. Beautiful, beautiful. Another one that the gilding doesn't hold up so well if you use it quite a bit, but an adorable, fun deck to use. I just love the whole feel of it. I love it. Great deck. Oh my goodness. It's been a while, old friend. The Sassy Burrito. So, the Sassarabito Tarot is an oldie but a goodie. I'm not gonna lie, I have not used this in a hot minute. Another one, some of that old gold gilding just does not withstand frequent use. But this deck is one that I absolutely love to read with. And like, even though I haven't picked it up in a really long time, it's not one that I'd want to see leave my collection. At least not right now. You know, I don't know. There's something about it that just keeps me intrigued. I love the imagery. I love the artwork. It's just a great deck all around. And I've used it for myself and for others, and all different kinds of spreads. And I don't know. I feel like it's very versatile in that way. I really enjoy this deck. And then I have the little guidebook that goes along with it, which I think has a quote on every page, if I remember correctly. It's a good little guidebook. I've read through it before. It's just been a really, really, really long time since I've done that. Where are we? Let's try to get through this next shelf. Maybe we'll get to the top, but if not, we'll do the rest next time. Oh, Tarot of the Unknown. This is the farewell edition, or farewell printing. This is Over the Garden Wall. I love that little show. I've watched it a few times over. It's just quirky and funny. It feels like the cartoons that, I don't know, I used to watch. Or maybe I've always wanted to see. And it's got fall and Halloween vibes. So it makes me love it even more, because I feel like I can rewatch, you know, around that time of year. So it, like, makes me, I don't know, it makes me think of childhood and Halloween. And it is a wonderful little RWS clone. Now with that one, I usually just read for myself. I've never read for anybody with this deck, I don't think. It's one that I just pull out for me, you know? I just like it. I like it. Oh, Outgrow Yourself. This is a tarot and oracle. This is a really cool deck. I use it as an oracle mostly. I really don't use it as a tarot. But I love what it brings. It's got really cool keywords. It does have hints to the tarot within. But again, I use it as an oracle. That's kind of my use for it. I don't find it as impactful as a tarot, like thinking of it in tarot terms. For whatever reason, I don't know, it just doesn't feel that way to me. It just doesn't feel tarot-like. But I can use it as an oracle and be completely satisfied. You know what I mean? Up next is Ye Old Moonchild Tarot. Another one that I have not used in a really long time, but don't want to get rid of. The guidebook is excellent. It's got journal prompts and all kinds of really great stuff. We have extra cards in here. Beautiful, beautiful matte golden gilding, foiled backs. Are they foiled? Well, they're kind of like stamped, embossed backs. And then Danielle Noel's artwork. Beautiful. It's soft. It's lovely. I don't have the new version. What is it? Is it the shadow version? I don't remember what it's called. I don't have that one. Because I didn't really feel like I needed that one. This one, I really like this one. Yes, I would have preferred it to be darker, but from what I've heard, the darker one is just kind of like more purple instead of more pink. So, and I know it's got the new cards. Like, here's the thing. I know there's differences and I know that it's beautiful, but I don't know if I need another version of this. Because it's a very particular feeling to it. It's very, I'm going to call it like a light worker vibe. By that I mean it feels like yoga and crystals and starseed energy in a way. And I know it's like, oh, it's a moon-centric, and it is, and it does feel that way as well, but it also leans toward, in my opinion, personally, like, when I look at it and when I use it, it feels more of, like, a light worker vibe, and while I used to lean in that direction, it didn't suit me as well, so I definitely leaned back into my roots. But I still really like this deck, and I still feel like, especially reading for others, especially certain types of readings, especially if I'm doing something like a self-love kind of reading, or if I'm doing something that might be really feminine, or something like that, I tend to use this deck for that. And so it's got a very specific place, and I think that's why I steered away from the darker version or the shadow version or whatever it is, because I'm like, I don't know if I need something else that's a similar feeling, because I do have this right here, the Work Your Light Oracle that I redid. Now, I have a video where I showed, I believe, yeah, I was like, I believe it's on here, but it is. I believe I have a video in my library that shows me redoing this deck, and I kind of rethought the whole thing. I took all the border off. Well, I didn't have a border, but I took all the wording off at the bottom, and I created my own keywords, and I textured the top. I don't know if you can, I mean, you can see it in some of them, but like this is all textured now. It kind of pushes the image into a more like a noisy kind of haze, you know, like white noise, like when you have the screen. So it kind of does that kind of filtering of the photos, and I much prefer it now. I really like the way that it came out, and I just feel like it speaks way more to what I wanted to see. Because some of the things, they were like Pleiades and Lemuria and Atlantis, and that didn't always click with me. And so I decided to just redo it in a way that it worked for me. And so I'm really happy with the way that it came out, and I like it. I like it. Up next, the Transient Light. Oh, I was upside down. Transient Light Tarot. This is a little pip deck. Not my favorite cardstock. Who's this by? Hay House. So Hay House has, you know, all these regular size tarots now that are really, really great. Not the best cardstock though. These are the backs. Very simple deck. Like I said, very pippish, simplistic style. And that's what drew me towards it. I like the tan kind of craft paper. Like, you can see the texture. I don't know if you can. Yeah, if I get close enough. You can see the texture. It's not textured, but what it was printed on, like, the background looks textured. I'm sure it was done on digitally. But a really cute little deck. Just green and blue and white. That's it. Very simple, easy on the eyes, easy to read. Good little deck. Okay, yeah, 4 more. We'll do these 4 and then we'll call it a day. So, Hush Tarot. Hush, it ain't leaving. Love this deck. Love the feels. Love the vibes. Creepy. Beautiful. Stunning artwork. One of my favorites. Still love this deck so much. I read through the whole guidebook. It's a great guidebook for a little deck. It kind of talks about what's on the card and the meanings and the feelings, and it's a good one. It's a good one. The Art of Adventure Tarot. This is a quirky deck. It's got all noodly arm people. Noodly arms, noodly legs. Look at this. How vibrant. Look at that back. Perfection. Perfection right there. And everything is bright and strange. And I love it. So we're all wrapped together. Very Futurama-esque right there. And I was telling, I think the Mystic fam, when I showed this one for something I was doing, I was like, Pepper Ann. Do you guys remember Pepper Ann? The little cartoon that used to be on Saturday mornings? They're made like Pepper Ann. Only some of them are dissected, or what is that called? Disarticulated? Is that what that would be called? I don't know. But it's like a cross between Pepper Ann and Futurama. Super quirky, super fun. Really good reader. Really good reader. I think it's because there are some elements in some of the cards that are so strange that it really gives, I don't know, some different perspective and different layers to some of the cards. Like just this one. This is the 9 of Wands, but like, look at the hands coming out. And like, are we on an edge of a cliff? Like, there are just some really cool elements in it, and I enjoy reading with this deck. It's fun. It's a lot of fun, I will say that. The Labanco. This is a beaut. Gosh. Oh, I love this moon card. Look at that. I love this kind of creature. I like the dark backgrounds. I really love the artwork on this. I just feel like it's done so well. We have shiny silver. And these are the backs. I will say it is a great reader as well. I feel like there definitely has to be a certain feeling when, you know, like when I reach for this deck. I don't know what that thing is, but like I feel like there are some times where I'm just like, I need this. You know, there's something about it. I'm trying to think of the types of readings that I've done, but I don't think there's any specific one. I've done quite a few. There's not like one particular energy that I'm like, this is such a great deck for that specific energy, but it's like, when you know, you know. I think it's because it is hard to pinpoint. Like, I feel like it encompasses so much because there is a glow to the art in the way that it's done. There is a, you know, sometimes a shocking element to the art, So it does give that, like, I'm serious, this is, like, for real. There is some, like, sensual and sexual images. So it also has that passion and that vibe and that kind of, like relationship type reading vibe. Like, so it's not a specific energy for this deck. It is just when you need it, you know? So, this is a great deck. Okay, last but not least for today, the Trash Panda. Get out of here. I love this daggum deck. It makes me laugh. And I love reading with it. I read for myself with this deck mostly. Because this is for me. This is for me and my little critter heart. It's funny. Oh my gosh. But it does read well because, I mean, it's got all the elements of the tarot that you want to see. It's got symbolism. It's got it all. And raccoons. So, I mean, what more could you ask for? So, alright guys, another hour gone. And here we are. So, we're going to stop for today. We are almost complete. The bags we've already gone through. So, we have these 3 boxes and the top shelf. And so, I think we can get through this with the number 7. Maybe. I don't want to have to break it up into 8, but if I have to, we will. We will! Because I am committed. And I'm almost done. I'm so close. I'm so close. Anyway, all of these are going to be listed down below. If I have links for them, I'll put them there. Anything I'm getting rid of or anything I still have left, I do still have a few left from some of the other videos. That's all going on my shop. I'll have a link for that below. So if you want to scoop up something. And sometimes I do change my mind after the fact and throw some on there. So keep an eye out for that. I've done that like twice already, I think. So, yeah, so I throw those on there if you want to snatch something up. That's leaving my collection. Otherwise, they have all the other links that you're looking for if you want to book a reading with me, 3 Fat Readers, all my other socials, all that good stuff. That's all going to be down below, as well as the membership. We will see each other very soon, and I'm sending you all my love. Later, Gators.